David De Gea is no longer a Manchester United player after 12 years and will not fulfill the desire to retire for the club that he recently revealed. From his arrival in July 2011 until his departure in the same month, but in 2023, the Spanish goalkeeper went through many phases in a team that also experienced many ups and downs. Of good memories, titles that today sound like a distant dream for the Red Devils, and one of the most lasting relationships between player and club in recent years. A relationship that didn't deserve the horrible ending that United gave it. De Gea's departure was not expected 2 months ago when he came to negotiate with United. More than that, he received a proposal and signed it. In it, he accepted a drastic salary reduction, at the very least a gesture of goalkeeper goodwill. But the Red Devils simply ignored the agreement and, 3 days before the end of the agreement, announced that it would no longer be confirmed. Yes, even after it has been signed. Manchester United did not respect De Gea's history. It is Manchester United's right, as it is any club's right, to trade a player who is not pleasing. It is a fact that De Gea, in recent years, no longer passed the confidence he had in his heyday. The club could have taken advantage of the end of the contract and simply warned you from the outset, "We will not count on you for next season." After all, we are talking about an athlete with 545 appearances for the team. It's not anything. The Spaniard arrived in Manchester in other times for the club and for himself. It was a promise that emerged after an incredible season for Atletico de Madrid, which revealed him for football. The team on which he landed was one of the heavyweights in Europe. Champions League, Premier League, Cups, World Cup. Manchester United had conquered everything in recent times, and the addition of the then promising Spanish goalkeeper was seen as a symbol of the continuity of that internal dynasty that lasted for years in the hands of Sir Alex Ferguson. De Gea just took the skinny cows at United. It lasted. And in his hands. De Gea lived closely the end of the Ferguson era, which ended in 2013 when Manchester United were Premier League champions for the last time. It's been a full decade. And the Spanish goalkeeper ended up, fair or not, being one of the symbols of a leaner time on the red side of Manchester. And very fat cows on the blue side, something the crowd was definitely not used to seeing. But it was never De Gea's fault. On the contrary, he has gone through 545 games through it all. He failed, he saved, like every goalkeeper who passes through a club the size of Manchester United. There were 37,290 minutes with the Red Devils shirt in the Premier League. If he spent all that time standing on the Old Trafford turf, De Gea would simply have to hang around for 8.5 months. A considerable amount of time that deserved more care when it was closed. Also because the goalkeeper leaves Manchester in a situation in which it will not be simple to find a new club. Where should De Gea go after leaving United? The answer is difficult and complex, which is why it was so bad for De Gea that United went back on their word. This transfer season has started out especially hectic for goalkeepers, and many moves have already been made in that direction. There are goalkeepers involved in rumors from various sides, such as Brentford's David Raya and Internazionale's Andre Onana. Two players, including, who can paint in Manchester as replacements for De Gea. With the confirmation that the Spaniard is not staying, rumors have increased that Onana will leave Italy and land as heir to one at United. But nothing is right. For De Gea, there remains a complicated equation that, at the moment, seems to have two probable endings: maintenance of the very high salary with a possible trip to Saudi Arabia, which has absorbed several players in the same situation as him with astronomical salaries, or continuity in Europe, in the high level, with a salary reduction that might not be drastic, but would have to be at least relevant. In any case, regardless of how this situation turns out to be, the final bad impression left by United remains. De Gea didn't need to be treated like a club legend, which he honestly isn't and didn't come close to being. But he deserved more respect for the decade he spent there. De Gea's Manchester United titles. 1x Premier League 2013. 1x Europa League 2017. 1x FA Cup 2016. 2x English League Cup 2017 and 2023. 3x FA Community Shield 2012, 2014 and 2017. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notification icon to receive all our new videos.